Hello, it's Ashley here from Paper and Twine. I have come on to show you the very first and second pocket letter that I have ever made. In February, I think it was, I didn't even know what a pocket letter was. I'd never heard of one. But one of my subscribers, Kim Kelly, contacted me and asked if I would like to do a pocket letter swap with her. I was a bit nervous because I've never done one before. And I won't put this up until I know that she's received it, because obviously I'd like it to be a surprise for her. But I spent all day yesterday doing this. I doubt whether the whole thing will be in shot, but you get an idea. I'll move it up and down as we go. I started off with one of my backgrounds on an A4 sheet of paper. I thought, I mean, I haven't done any research really into pocket letters, but it looked from the two that I've got as if each card inside is an ATC size. So I knew that I wanted to mount on black. So I cut my 9 pieces, 2.5 by 3.5, and then I cut my background that I'd made to, I think it was 7 1/8 by 10 1/8. And then cut that into 9 equal sized pieces so that I get a border around. But before I cut it, I went in with some background stamps. This one I really like from Alan Create. I use that a lot. And this one that's in the moon here, these circles, that's a little Jofi stamp. I use that a lot. So I used those as my backgrounds, and I used seedless preserves. And I think that's milled lavender, a colour I don't use very often, but it goes with this background really nicely. I think the background was purple brushos, yeah. And then before I cut the page up, I stamped out a scene using Lavinia stamps because our theme was fairies. So all the stamps I've used are Lavinia, apart from the hair down here in the bottom corner. That was free with the magazine. I think it's a Crafty Individuals. Yeah, so I just had fun playing. I did a little bit of stenciling with, I don't know whether you can see there, a circle stencil I've got with very, very, very old ink on a bit of cut and dry that would have been chipped sapphire, but I wanted to clean the sponge actually, so I used that. And then there's a little bit of a floral one going on here, again chipped, no, not chipped sapphire, milled lavender. And then down the bottom, the pebbles stencil from Lavinia with the mowed lawn, and I've just edged round the edge in mowed lawn and seedless preserves. And I've stamped mostly in black, but I've done the odd bit of the meadow grass, which I love, in mowed lawn. And this tree stamp here is one of the new stamps that I bought from Lavinia. It's the Tree of Hope or the Tree of Courage, I forget which one. And I did that in black, but then it's bare, there's no leaves on it. And then I found a foliage leaf that I'd got of Lavinia's, and I went in with seedless preserves. But I'm quite pleased. I don't know whether I would do it this way again, whether to do separate pictures, but I did quite like the idea of it being a whole picture. And then I've embellished with different eyelash trims that the lovely Lorna Callahan gifted me in my very first pocket letter that I received as part of my challenge. I thought the colours went brilliantly with this, so I hope she doesn't mind me using it, but I do need to stop hoarding. And then on the back, I'd noticed that the 2 pocket letters that I've got, people have got these little brown envelopes, and I have got some, but they were too big, so I made my own out of brown paper that I found, and these are to fit a card that's 2 inches by 3 inches, so they work out at roughly the same size as an ATC. And I've used just some double-sided tape at the bottom of each envelope, and used some purple glitter it's actually this glitter. It's purple rainbow glitter that I've had a very long time and I've got a lot of. So I thought I'd use that to embellish the envelopes, and I've just stamped the little fairy, the little stars on in black. So I haven't overloaded it, and I didn't know what to put in. I've put in things that I like using, so I hope that Kim likes these. So in here I've got some rainbow jummies. It's getting things back in neatly, isn't it? That's the thing. And then in this one here, I found these in my stash that I thought were rather lovely. Really kind of faceted, beautiful. So I've put those in there. Let me know what you think from my first attempt, guys. I'm quite pleased with it. I showed Mr. Paper&Twine and he said, oh, it's a pity you can't sell them, make some money out of them. But and then I've got so many gems. I won these in the giveaway, Amber's Kintyre Crafts. So I've put a selection of colours in there. Because there are 2 sheets of those gems and I need to stop hoarding and share the crafty love. Then in this next one down, it gets a bit more difficult to get them out. I've done a vintage seed bead mix. I've had these beads probably 30 years, so they are technically vintage. I think it's 20 years to be vintage, isn't it? But I'm never going to use them all, and somebody might get some use out of them. There's enough there to make a couple of little bracelets or a necklace, or I've seen people use them in the centre of flowers, which I might start doing. And then we've got some buttons. There's a mixture of vintage buttons in here. I love buttons. I mean, that is a whole video in itself. I've got 2 tins of buttons and 2 jars of buttons and 2 little tiny containers with teeny tiny buttons in. But I thought this was quite interesting. I don't know whether you can see that, but it's kind of like patterned. So buttons always come in handy for things, don't they, for embellishments. So that goes in. Oh, we're putting it in upside down. That goes in there. It will go in. You will go in, I tell you. And then in this pocket here, I did this yesterday, so I've forgotten. Oh yes, I've got a vintage green bead mix. That could be quite nice, kind of like grassy texture. And then I've got these micro beads. That are like a green, blue, gold mix that I think are quite interesting. So they go in here, and then on the bottom row I've got the bulkier things. Oh yes, that's it. I've got some glitter. You can never have too much glitter, can you? And if Kim doesn't like any of these things, obviously I won't be the least bit offended if she wants to pass it on to other people in happy mail. And then the other 2 are glitters. I won't bother getting those. I think there's a purple one and a green one, or a blue one and a green one. I can't remember. So that is my very first pocket letter, and I'll be sending Kim a card. The lovely Diane Cross of Diane Cross Dabbling in Crafts made me a lovely box with I think there were 5 or 6 of these note cards in, fairy wishes and angel kisses. And I just thought it was apt because our theme was fairies to gift Kim this card. I've written inside and said that it's from Diane. And Diane, I hope you don't mind me using it if you happen to watch this. As much as I'd love to keep your cards, I need to stop hoarding and share the love. Share the love. So that's my first pocket letter. So that'll be going in the post probably tomorrow now. Where are we? Oh, it's 2:30 on Monday the 24th of May. So I don't know when this video will go up. Might even be next week. Obviously I need to let time for Kim to receive it. And then I found out that it's somebody's birthday coming up, and I so enjoyed making that pocket letter that I thought I'd make another one. But I'll show you the card I've made first. This is one of those quick cards we made using a sheet of 12 by 12 patterned paper, double-sided, and you cut it down at a certain dimension and make 6 cards. I think it's 6. Yeah, 6. And this was from May Made It, but Jane, the Crafting Shed Davis, had also done this, and it was her video I saw first, and then I checked out May's, and I've just embellished this with a little bit of that Lavinia holographic glitter in the middle of the flowers, because it just needs to speak for itself, doesn't it? And then this Thankful for You is a scrap of one of my backgrounds, so I thought the purple colour went in beautifully with these hydrangeas here, and I've just put Thankful for You on it. It is a birthday card, and I've written happy birthday inside. It's not going to get there in time for the recipient's birthday, but it's the thought that counts, isn't it? And then in the spirit of using up things and not hoarding, I've come across this paper that I've had in my stash a long time. Look, I've ripped that. I used this for Woolly Steph's envelope for the Happy Mail I sent her, and stuck a washi tape closure on it, and that ripped the paper as well, so that's not very good, is it? So we'll just do that. Yeah, so basically I thought I'm not going to use all of this. There are 2s or 3s of each design, and I'm not going to use them all. So I made the envelope. You need a 9.5-inch square piece of paper to make a 6-inch envelope, or an envelope for 6-inch cards. And there are lots of cut aparts in the paper, so that's that. It's double-sided, that's quite cute with the owls. This is all owl themed. These were like offcuts from the envelope. I thought waste not, want not. And we've got that cute little 6-inch topper, and another cute little 6-inch topper, and they're double-sided. If she doesn't like owls, she can use those reverse sides, but you know, they're nice colours, I think, and that's quite cute. And another one there, it's quite cute. I do likey, but I'm not going to use them all, so keep one and pass the rest on. The owls in the tree there are cute. Look at the owl on the swing. And then that's the reverse, but that was the card topper with a little floral border around, and another bird cage. So that'd be quite cute if you'd got a little die, little bird die, a little tiny one. You could put that in the bottom. It doesn't even have to be an owl, does it? And then those are little scraps from the envelope, and those were from the 12 by 12 page I cut down, and that was a little tag. So I just thought, as it's the birthday, I'd send those. I don't know what it's going to cost me to post, because this by itself is quite heavy. And then I've made a pocket letter. And again, in the spirit of not hoarding, I've used a sheet of 12 by 12 hortensia paper. And I thought this lovely lady that I've cut up would be the perfect image for a lovely lady that this is going to. And I've embellished various parts with a little bit of glitter. The butterflies have got some silver micro beads on. There's a little bit of Wink of Stella on the butterflies. and I've stuck, I don't know whether you can see, a single bead on her earlobe to look like a little pearl earring. More glitter there, and then just a little sentiment at the bottom here: live life in full bloom. And then on the back I've made my envelopes again, 3 different colours, so you get kind of like an ombre effect, and I did the same thing with the tape and the glitter. These are things that I like to use in my crafting, so I hope this person likes them. Again, I won't be in the least bit offended if they want to pass them on. Just having a slurp of coffee. And I've used little cutter parts. I'm not very good at fussy cutting, but that one says, if friends were flowers, I'd pick you. Follow your dreams, they know the way. That's quite cute, isn't it? Every flower blooms in its own time. And we've got for you. Dreams are illustrations from the book your soul is writing about you. That's rather deep, isn't it? Beauty is truth. And then on the bottom, we've got flowers don't tell, they show. A beautiful thing is never perfect, and be you. So let's have a little look and see what we've got inside. So in this first envelope, I've got some green beads again, like I put in Kim's. Follow your dreams, they know the way. We've got some clear micro seed beads from Sweet Poppy Stencils. I've got a big jar of these, so I don't mind passing some on. And then in this one here, I've tried not to overstuff these because obviously I've got to post it. We've got the green and gold micro seed bit mix that I showed on the other pocket letter. In you go. So this one didn't take as long to do because I didn't stamp all the images because I want to get this in the post. In here we've got some Tim Holtz photo booth photos. I love anything Tim Holtz, and it did hurt me to cut into those, but you know, you need to stop hoarding, Ashley. I am a hoarder. Dreams are illustrations from the book your soul is writing about you. I've got some graphic 45 little chipboard pieces that fit in these envelopes and little bags. So there's a little mixture in there. Again, I've got loads, and I've chosen small ones that fit in. Oh, we've got a problem, Houston. Houston, we have a problem. I didn't want that bead to come off. It shouldn't, because it's stuck on with that Cosmic Shimmer acrylic glue, which is brilliant for embellishments. And then in this one, I've got some vintage postage stamps. I have got loads, so I've just put a few in there. I haven't overstuffed the envelope because obviously this has got to go through the post. On the bottom, these are a bit chunkier. Here we've got a button mix. We've already talked about my buttons, but there's some interesting ones in there. You can never have too many buttons. Well, maybe you can, and maybe I have got too many buttons. Oh, in you go. Then in this one here, for all that I've not tried to overstuff this, it is quite heavy. Some vintage beads in mixed colours. Hours of fun for all the family if you drop those on the floor. Picking them up. So that goes in there. And this one is vintage buttons. So I have got a tin that is a vintage tin, and all the buttons are vintage. So there's some really interesting ones in there, complete with a little bit of thread on a couple of them where they've been cut off garments. So that is my second pocket letter, and I've adorned it with lace from my stash. Yeah, so there we go. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I've got a lot to learn still, but I have had fun. So I'm going to package those up and pop them in the post. See you soon now.